Hello world, hello VC. The primary focus of this video is going to be that it's a vinyl community love train that I received yesterday. Very nice one. I do want to talk a little bit about my post yesterday because I got some nice responses and only one person who would attempt to correct me. You can't correct me. This is my story, okay? All right? What was the comment? Is that something to the effect that I was, saying that, black people aren't valued and they wanted to dispute it. You can go look at the comments, people. I ain't changing a thing I said, and I don't agree with your disagreement with me. I'm telling my story. This is the way it is for me. I'm not taking anything I said back. I could speak much more harshly, actually. So I do want to thank should have gotten ready. I read it was a long letter from like a professor or someone with an academic, and he wrote a long letter, basically just not so much agreeing with me, but saying, I see this, and that was nice. That the point was not to just say, yeah, I agree with you, man, but it's like you're on point. You're seeing clearly what's happening around you, and yeah, be true to what you see, and that's what I am doing. Okay, let's get to the vinyl community love train. Two folks came through yesterday who told me they were sending me stuff, and I'll go. It's Jimster. Is it Jimster24? And the other one is blechtrommel, better known to me as James Drummond, Jimster, and Andrea della Piana. Did I get that right, Andrea? From Italy. And I'm gonna do Jim first because Andrea, you blew me away. You did. James is a member of the vinyl community. Jimster23, I think, is his name, and been here for a while. And I'll be honest, Jim, I can't remember if you make videos because, like I say, all right. But on YouTube, or rather Facebook, Jim is also pretty active. And it was through that he let me know that he wanted to send me something. Once again, with the caveat that he enjoyed my videos. And I really enjoyed what he sent me because he sent me a CD by the band Swan's Way, the fugitive kind. This came out in the UK about 1984. I think the band was Birmingham based, okay? And the first song on this album, Soul Train, I guess was a minor hit over there. But I heard it too, mainly because, I'm a British music freak, I've always been very interested in the British music scene. What is extra cool about this is the fact that James Drummond is a musician. I believe you said you played viola or violin, and he played in the string section on some of the recordings. He might be on here. I only glanced at the credits. There's quite a bit of credits in here. I didn't see a James Drummond, but that doesn't mean that. Anyway, it might be another recording. He also toured with them. I just love finding out that out and knowing the personal connection to the music that we listen to, the people that we know. So Jimster23 or Jimster is in the string section here, and he also let me know that he currently plays for the BBC Orchestra. Correct me if I'm saying it wrong, Jim, but thank you so much for sending the music. He had the music sent directly from Cherry Red Records. And so I got a magazine, the latest magazine, where, of course, it's mostly new release sheet and stuff. But I like that. Quick little interview on the back with Leslie West, who is one of my guitar heroes, to be honest. He is a guitar hero to me. Jim, thank you so much for this. I'm playing it again in the background. Came right up. I was getting the band Swan's Way. I would get it mixed up in my head with Sudden Sway. There's a band called Sudden Sway who I also know, but it's Swan's Way. Also brings to mind the band Wild Swans. but it's a cool sound. It's kind of, you know, it's got a bit of a jazz thing to it with horns and strings and kind of a club cool look for the band members, you know. Thanks again, Jim. So Andrea Della Piana, who goes by blechtrommel90, I think. You'll have to tell me what that your name means, Andrea. If you did, I forgot. But he told me a while back he was going to send me some VC Love and try to give me a hint at one of the things. And I couldn't get the hint because I'd never owned the record, so I really wasn't that familiar with that, you know, to be able to guess. So I'll start with this. He sent a couple of burns, and then he sent me some wonderful records. But the CDs are wonderful. Okay, and I'll start with this one. He sent me a burn of Carboniferous by Zoo. And this is a project or a band that Mike Patton was involved with. I think it's on his label, Ipecac. Buzz from the Melvins, who I just saw, is also on this. This is heavy and dark, and it's kind of an interesting, not a easily defined, straight ahead sort of heavy, dark sound. There's aspects of big metal sound, but also something else, kind of somewhere between King Crimson, almost getting into Zool. This is real cool. Thank you very much. The other CD that you sent was a real gem. I mean, really, this package that you sent me was a blowaway, and I will try to recreate, you know, or just show you, you know, when I saw the records, like, yeah, wow. But the other CD that he sent me was by Luciano Cilio, and this is real special, my brother. Thank you so much. I went ahead and, before my printer ran out of ink, I burned up a cover. Dialogue of the Present is what it means. Dialoghi del Presente. This record was made. This is. I read about it online because this is fantastic. It is. This man had to make this music. There is a gravity, a gravitas, a weight, a realness to these songs that comes through right away. That this music had to be made. It's beautiful. It's instrumental. It's well worth you looking up. When I read about it, they compared it not musically to Bill Fay, but in spirit to Bill Fay, Bill Fay's Time of the Last Persecution, which is, when you hear this, you can really hear the weight of this coming off of this person, that in many ways they're exercising something by making this music. This is wonderful, Andrea. I've only listened to it 1.5 times already, but it's that compelling. This is the type of music I'm the most interested of all musics. My main interest in music is not a genre. I'm very drawn to prog and outside music and electronic and just things that are different. But what I'm really, the thing that really gets me and the thing I listen to the most by myself are passages and parts of music that I find deeply beautiful, or just somehow it sparks something deep inside of me that I can't put into words. And this is one of those kind of records. Luciano Cilio, Dialoghi del Presente. Dialogue of the Present is what I believe it means. He committed suicide about 3 years after he made this record. It's heavy. Thank you so much, Andrea. To the albums, and again, you honor me, and I'm human, and I go through a lot of self-doubt. Even though I feel strong about what I'm doing, I also know that I'm one of those people that kind of is trying to upset the apple cart on purpose. I am. And so, you know, there's a part of me that feels a certain amount of concern for those that don't want to be upset. But I feel that it's very necessary for me to say some of the things that I do. And so I will continue. But These records that you sent, Andrea, are just, for me, gifts of the Spirit. This is what I consider gifts from God, because we are God. You know, I just totally reject organized religion trying to tell us what to think. We can all fuck them all, okay? I've learned something from all of them, but I am part of God, so I can say fuck you, and because I'm part of the whole. Just saying that word because it goes against something you believe doesn't make it real what you believe. That's what I understand. I'm so glad I'm not afraid to be alive and stop thinking stupid shit. Gotta put that stuff out because it's heavy in my mind all the time. Some of the crap that we believe, which keeps us like mice on a wheel, so the politicians can bleed us dry and have their party. Okay, Andrea, you're waiting. This is where I'm at. This may be a long video because I have other things to say. The first record I'll show, let me change it. I'll go to this one because 3 of them are mind-blowing for me. All of them I like a lot. But the first one I'll show is by the band that I knew nothing about that I understand are people you know. Is it Fuh? Dancing Judas. Look at this cover, folks. Isn't that nice? This is an Italian band. And yeah, Sonic Youth comes to mind. I only played a little bit of this. I'm going to come back because I like it, though, right away. A little noisy, but really strong, powerful, and well played. Not sloppy, crappy. You know, some noise stuff is just not up to snuff for me. This makes a real strong impression on the first listen. And as you know, I love good graphics, and this is a beautiful cover. Beautiful. I look forward to really getting into this. It's I cannot thank you enough, Andrea. Straight from Italy. I mean, it's like, how else would I have gotten this except to order it directly from the band, and I don't know them. This is a wonderful gift. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Foo, or Fuh. Foo. You ever going to make any videos, Andrea? If you have, it's been a while since I've watched. I think you might have. So I'll start with this one. The next one, I'm changing order because actually I'm going in the order of really how significant they are to me actually now. At first this would have been the third to the last, but it switched because after listening to one of the records, yeah. But Andrea had remembered how I mentioned that I didn't have anything on vinyl by Ermin Schmidt of Can. He sent me film music by Ermin Schmidt on Spoon. Now, when it comes to Can solo records and Ermin Schmidt, this one has some cheese on it. But I have it on vinyl now. There he is himself, Ermin Schmidt. I've only just dropped the needle on the first track on this one because I do know what this sounds like. The most significant thing is that it's on Spoon, made in Italy. You gave it to me, Andrea. I can't thank you enough. I will say this, that the way that I can do VC Love with you, and I have to get another cartridge for my printer, is I'll make some mixes for you. You said you would be honored to have a mixed CD by me. Well, I'll make a couple. My printer just went out as far as the cartridge. I ran out of ink making this. And I tried to buy a new cartridge made by Office Max for Lexmark. My machine is so old it won't take refills, you know. Anyway, that's how I'd like to repay you, or at least honor, you know, show you some love. And so give me a minute to get to that, Andrea. This is I'm still kind of wow. For my can collection, Ermin Schmidt film music on vinyl now. Awesome. The last two are just mind blowers, okay? Just mind blowers. And this first one, I was very happy to get it because I do have music by Lucio Battisti. But I didn't know this album. Your letter, really a beautiful letter, folks, that he sent. Thank you so much. It's over here. Things are crazy right now. Yeah, this could be a long video. I want to talk about practice and in Dreama and stuff. You know, we had amazing practice last night. God, I'm really happy to be in this band. But he sent me what is considered Lucio Battisti's best album, which is Anima Latina. Anima Latina. Let me take this off because I love this image on this cover. This is so fanciful. Almost dreamlike. This is such an amazing, to me, image of the children dancing around the gypsy woman. You really can't quite see her in the middle. There she is. The skirt is flying up as she dances. A slight flash of her breast while the boys dance around her. Which the movement of the children is amazing. This is just a wonderful composition. And then the sun, the colors. And what's fantastic is I don't speak Italian, but this captures this album. This is the best thing I've ever heard by this man. This is amazing. And it's prog. It is prog. I read up a little bit about it, and what they were saying is that on this one he was more experimental, dropped a lot of the Western stylings that he had become known for in his music. And it's more of a Mediterranean feel with acoustic instruments and stuff. It's fantastic. Yes, I don't mind at all that this record is well played and because it's well loved. On the Numero Uno label, yeah. An original. This is probably an original pressing. Like you said, Andrea, without a doubt, you would know. I listened to this one all the way through last night. This is real good. I dare say that I think this is a prog rock masterpiece from Italy that is not, in America or other circles, is not recognized. Maybe because Lucio Battisti is known more as a pop singer. But this is an Italian prog rock masterpiece. Andrea, I'm still blown away by this gift. Man, such love. I could jokingly say I'm not worthy, but God damn it, yes I am. And thank you for recognizing it, Andrea. You honor me deeply. So happy to add this to my collection of Lucio Battisti records, because I have a couple of them. I had Egia and Already. This is on Numero Uno. I've had this one the longest, and it's just okay, you know, it's pretty cool. Nothing compared to the one that you gave me. And then I found this one about a year ago. Il mio canto libero. My song free, my free song. Once again, an original on Numero Uno. I don't know what, you know, if it's a second or third pressing, but this is original from Italy. And I like this second compared to the one that you just gave me, Anima Latina. This is just wonderful. Thank you so much. I see the time grinding on, but I got to get this out, Andrea. And then, this is the one when my heart stopped. It was like, oh, Andrea. He sent me a grail, people. He really sent me a grail. I'm feeling it all over again, Andrea. My eyes getting a little bit watery and stuff. I'm going to hold it together, though. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alpha Taurus. Oh, my God. It's not that this is the best Italian prog album. It's not. But it's one that I've just always wanted. You know how certain records are like grails and you don't think you'll ever see them? This is a reissue. When Big Star 1000 showed his, about shit my pants. I think one other person has shown this. Maybe Mr. 666 goes. Frank, are you still watching? But, like, for example, when Big Star showed his, I went and looked for it, and it was at the point where I had to slow down. I couldn't afford to buy the reissue because the reissues are going for good money already. Look at this. This is just a three-way gatefold. Incredible artwork. And then you open it up on the inside. Wonderful portrait of the band. Very deserving of this treatment. The music is very deserving. This, I highly recommend this to folks that are interested in prog, and especially Italian prog. This is monster. As Fred says, it's monster. Monster. And then on top of that, this is the Universal Records reissue. I think they made 300 each of these. And this one is on yellow vinyl. Andrea, wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my God. I thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. And so, like I say, give me a little bit of time to get my printer back together, and I'll be putting a package together for you. These little things, they all have significance to me. The way things work, the way things happen, the timing of them. It all has significance to me. Whether it does or not, I see it that way. And I just am very, very thankful. Life is never perfect. It's always up and down. And so, you know, it's like something's going like this and something's going like that always. And so these things just help to balance out the rough things. Right quick, because it's 21 minutes. Some of you are still listening. Some are gone. Had practice with Indrima last night. It was wonderful. And I'm going to be a good businessman. I had a good talk with Nick during practice and after about all things business, including Icky Blossoms and the Grey's Anatomy. Nick and I are partners. He's my friend. I have not been stabbed in the back. He acknowledged that what I told him would happen, it did. You were right, Dereck. You were right. They used your part. You know what I'm saying? You know, he went to bat for me, couldn't get me paid, but this is how it goes. You know what I'm saying? This is how the business goes. You don't come out of the gate making money and everything comes together. You fight and slog your way up the hill. And Nick and I are fine, you know. We're fine. He's in town he's still on tour with Tilly and the Wall. Just coming off the road with them, here for a couple days, plays in Indianapolis, then comes back, does our album release show for Indrima, and then he hits the road again with Tilly and the Wall again, and I think Icky Blossoms. He's doing double duty. He's doing them, yeah. He goes back out with Tilly. Icky goes out, I believe, with them. They finish up. Then he goes back out with the Faint with Icky Blossoms. Boy, it's crazy. I love him though. And the band sounds amazing. Man, you know, it's like, but that's the thing. The band, see, Indrima music is about the music. When we play the music, it's about playing the music. It's not about getting ready for what we're going to do. We get lost in the music. I love it. Everyone does in the band. That's what's so cool. And every song, every time we play it is different. We use some backing tracks on Reprogram and on Exodus, but even on top of that, the way that we improvise and create sounds, it's fantastic. I mean, I love it. I really do. As always, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Wow. I'll stop by going back to my original, which is, thank you, James Drummond. Thank you so much for the CD Swan's Way. I'm still listening. Andrea, thank you so, so much for the love. These records are like gold to me. They are. And I'm just really just honored, guys. Thank you so much. I would like to say that I watched my video back yesterday. I try to watch my videos back to make sure that what I tried to get across, I did best I could. And yesterday's video, where I talk about conduits and some life musings, I say several things I'm glad I got out. I could expand on them, but I encourage some of you folks to watch the video. Check out the message. It's not my message. It's information that I'm trying to share that can be very helpful. A lot of life is about fooling you and people being fooled and taken advantage of. And I'm not here to do that. I'd like to bust that shit wide open. Matter of fact, I'm just going to see what's being talked about on the radio right quick.
I do think it matters because we're not at the big bounce point in the campaign right now.
Okay. All they're talking about is the debate and the campaign. And to me, it is such an insult that all that the news media is doing is playing into the big game of these rich motherfuckers. It's like they're talking about the election and all this money is being spent on it, talking like all this is for our benefit. If they really gave a fuck about us, they'd say fuck the election and use all that money to fix things. But no, it's this big game, and it insults me to no end. You know what I'm saying? No end. I know that we can't just magically stop and just make things right. But it's so obvious that this has nothing to do with really helping anyone or fixing anything. It makes steam come out of my ears. All the media is doing is having a job and getting paid. NPR are just, I used to like NPR and I still do, but as I listen to them, they're biased and they're full of shit, just as bad as Fox and MSNBC. It all sucks. Thank you, James. Thank you, Andrea. These are the reasons I'm still alive, is music and art and connecting with people. Thank you all.